While driving down a 4-lane highway late at night, a driver spots a figure dressed entirely in white, standing on the roadside. What initially appeared to be a person waving or hitchhiking suddenly morphs and floats upward towards the car as it passes by, revealing an empty space underneath. Now, I'm skeptical about this video's authenticity, as the ghostly figure draped in white seems like a cliche that could easily be CGI. However, it's also possible that this could be genuine as well, that this could be the genuine spirit of a hitchhiker, using the cloth to outline his presence. This road in western Russia averages up to 10 accidents yearly, often with no survivors. One night, a woman driving late is forced to slow down due to something obstructing the road. Her dash cam captures what happens next, a brief and unexpected encounter with an elusive figure. Paranormal experts later examined the footage and asserted that the figure is the spirit of a bride who perished on this road in the 1980s. It's unclear how they determined this, so please let me know if the woman seems to be dressed in traditional Russian wedding attire from that time. And what's most perplexing is why an unknown person would suddenly dash in front of the car, and how did they just vanish? In this Russian dashcam footage, a group of friends in a car spots a lone figure clad entirely in black, looking oddly out of place on a deserted city street in the dead of night, and feeling uneasy about the stranger. They decide to circle back for a closer look, and when they return, they get a clearer view of the shadowy figure, and they all react with startled shouts. The cloaked figure has moved into the street and now faces them, as if it was anticipating their return. The camera quality, it isn't great, so it's difficult to discern any details of the figure's face, if there even is a face. It almost seems like they might be a shadow person. However, the friends' reactions suggest they might be overreacting. Still, this figure's eerie and silent stance and its motionless presence gives off a chilling impression that this could indeed be a spirit. There's nothing more terrifying than spotting a toddler in a place they shouldn't be. In April 2021, 7 News Australia shared a YouTube video showing dashcam footage of a child crossing Bardia's Hume Highway west of Sydney at night. The footage clearly shows a small figure dressed in blue in the far left lane, and the story becomes even more puzzling when you hear the driver's account of what happened. Now, unable to stop because he was towing a toy hauler, he asked his mother, who was in the passenger seat, to call the police. He described the child as being toddler-aged and wearing a blue parka. Mitch Cooney, the driver, pinpointed the exact spot where he saw the child. The police confirmed that his initial call was received, and when Cooney called again about 45 minutes later, offering his dashcam footage, the police told him it was unnecessary since the child had been found and was safe. However, despite searching the area until 3:45 a.m., the police found no trace of the child, and there were no reports of any missing children. So what truly happened that night? Could the footage be capturing a ghost? Were the cops lying about finding the child? Was that cop a ghost? This mystery remains unsolved. Route 666 in Ohio is infamous for its paranormal activity, including sights of faceless hitchhikers and other sinister entities. With this reputation, YouTuber The Planet Earth embarks on a nighttime drive down Route 66, capturing every moment with his dashcam. The 17-minute footage is filled with tension as he repeatedly halts the car to check out eerie sightings. Now, pay close attention to the left side of the screen. See if you can spot anything unusual in the shadows. I can't tell if this is simply the reflection of a road sign or something else, but it looks like there are two glowing eyes on the left side of the road.
Okay. What is that?
Wait for it.
If these are reflective markers, it's puzzling why there will be two of them in such an isolated spot. And given the eerie reputation of Route 666, it wouldn't be surprising if these red eyes belong to something supernatural, lurking and waiting for the next vehicle to break down. This footage raises numerous questions, with very few answers. Imagine cruising down the highway when suddenly you're startled by flashing red and blue lights. Cursing to yourself, you pull over to the shoulder and prepare your license and registration. But as you look up, the police have mysteriously vanished. Now, is this a relief, or is this a cause for even greater fear? Posted to the Ghost subreddit by Wojo397. This eerie dashcam footage was recorded in Boise National Forest around midnight. As the driver rounds a bend, the red and blue lights flash ahead. Someone in the car asked, "Was that the cops?" But despite their initial concern, no police appeared. The driver states, in the comments, some Reddit users speculate that the police vehicle might have turned off onto a side road. However, the original poster disputes this, noting, "We checked the side road, and it was just a dark, straight path." They also clarify that the dashcam has a wide angle lens, and that the lights seem to be about 30 feet ahead. Later, they encountered another police officer whose lights illuminated the entire forest. So was this truly a police vehicle? Or is there something else at play? If you're easily unsettled, you might want to avoid this one, man. Uploaded to YouTube by McS&x in April 2019. This dashcam footage dates back to August 2017. As the driver navigates a dark, isolated road at night, they suddenly have to brake sharply when a woman in white appears in their path. A faint trail is visible behind her. As she turns to face the car, what's revealed is disturbingly unusual. The driver, screaming in terror, quickly reverses and speeds away, not stopping until the figure is out of sight.
Oh! No! Oh my... No.
Now, while many in the comments suspect it might be a prank, with one user noting that the other driver covered quite a distance before reaching that spot. I'm not sure on this one. What's your take? Does this woman need urgent help, or should she be applauded for her performance? Myrtle Sorosa, a well-known model and actress from the Philippines, experienced something mysterious while touring Eastern Samar. As she and her crew drove down dimly lit back roads, they encountered a small ghostly figure appearing in the street. Now, according to Myrtle, the white figure captured by the dash cam doesn't match what she saw in reality. She describes what she saw as resembling a 10-year-old child with a pale face and wearing a bluish-white shirt. Although they considered turning back to help, their tour guide advised them to leave swiftly, citing that this road is notorious for sightings of child spirits. Now, while this could be a publicity stunt, the region's history with a devastating typhoon that claimed many young lives lends credibility to her account. Here's an eerie dashcam clip from Malaysia that's bound to leave you puzzled. As the drivers navigate a dimly lit road, they first pass a woman in a pink shirt. They encounter her again a short distance ahead, and then again once more. By the third sighting, they were visibly shaken, and they attempted to speed away, only to crash into her during the fourth encounter.
Wait. Go.
Watch this entire video and you'll notice that they're not driving in circles. Even if they were, completing a full loop in the brief intervals between sightings seems implausible. What makes this footage especially unsettling is that each time they encounter the woman, her back is always turned, leaving her face unseen. A driver in Singapore believes they have an unobstructed lane ahead, but something on the right suddenly startles them so intensely that they hit the horn in alarm. A pale silhouette of a woman seems to be eerily balanced on the center divider. Although it could be someone attempting to cross a busy road, the driver is convinced they've encountered a ghost. Even if we're a person and not a spirit, it's unclear why anyone would choose to cross this particular section of road. And aside from heavy traffic, the other side is just a tall hill with no visible buildings or landmarks. While biking through India, motorcyclist Moto2Wrist takes a wrong turn and finds himself lost as dark clouds gather. The only illumination comes from his bike's narrow high beams. Just as he's on the verge of losing his nerve, a startling sight pushes him to the brink of panic. A figure suddenly emerges from the side of the road, and it's 10 p.m. at night, and there are no villages in sight for miles. The stranger, seemingly without any light or proper gear, appears to be wandering aimlessly in the worsening weather. Moto2Wrist, convinced this must be a ghost, speeds away fast as he could, even though it could have been someone in genuine need. The true nature of this encounter remains a mystery, man. What do you guys think? Cora MK2, a dedicated motorcycle enthusiast who shares his road adventures on YouTube, was riding across an ordinary bridge in Pasadena, California one night when he encountered something quite disturbing. Keep your eyes on the right side of the screen because this is going to be easy to miss. Just in case you missed it, here's another look. It's worth noting that the replay is unedited. Once I knew where to focus, I was able to spot her easily in the original footage. Cora K2 mentioned that the girl appeared to be smiling, though her face remains unclear on camera. The bridge has a troubling history of suicides, leading to the installation of fences as a preventative measure. It's possible this girl was either considering taking her own life or was the spirit of someone who had already done so. In June 2017, eerie dashcam footage from Kerala Highway in India had surfaced. The foggy road sets an unsettling scene, with the driver's headlights barely cutting through the darkness. As they continue driving and chatting, a woman dressed in white suddenly appears on the roadside. The driver doesn't swerve much to avoid her, but shouts out as the woman remains motionless at the roadside. She seems to be holding an object, possibly a flashlight. When slowing down the video, the most chilling detail emerges. Not only is the woman in white unsettling, but it also appears to be staring at something in the bush. There, a strange, hunched figure seems to be crouched, resembling a fleshy, humanoid. It hides as the car draws closer. What could that creature be? And why is the woman standing alone in the dark? Is she a real person, or is this a ghost? While riding their motorcycle through the town of Ooty, a YouTuber and his friends suddenly race past a pedestrian dressed in what appeared to be ancient robes. Watch this segment closely, and if you happen to speak their language, please give me a translation of what was said here. But it's likely they shouted something like, "Watch where you're going," or a similar remark. Whatever was said, it clearly angered the pedestrian. After riding in a straight path for about another minute, this is what happened next. To their astonishment, they encounter the same individual again. This is baffling, as it seems impossible for someone on foot to match their motorcycle speed. It suddenly hits them that they may have been mocking a spirit, prompting them to hastily abandon their bike and flee. The video appears highly genuine, featuring only unedited footage without any added music or any added sound effects. If you're from this area, from Ooty, I'd love to hear if such sightings are common in your area, or if you've experienced anything like this firsthand.